friends, after a long gap, we have Guruji with us today, touring in the new year 2006. It's still fresh in my memory, the last New Year celebration at Chodaya Hall, with Guruji's message and MS Viswanathan's music. I vividly remember what Guruji told about the changes that will happen in 2005. He said that the entire world will turn back and want to identify what it wants. And there will be a great wave which will take over human mind to search for peace. And there will be a spiritual search. We see that it has already happened. We hear everywhere that the entire humanity seeks peace. It wants to eschew violence. And there's a spiritual search which has taken over the entire mental frame. In this context, I would like to say that ManavaSevaKendra today is fully equipped to give all that is required by every person living in this earth, be it freedom from tension and stress, or care for mental and physical health, or education to lead a joyous and contented life, etc., etc. The list goes on. I think leading up to the consummation of perfection in human life. We can only thank that we are living as contemporaries of Guruji. I think truth cannot be compared, judged, or weighed. So is our Guruji. And I also remember what Guruji told, that the compassion of the highest power is now flowing. Everyone prays for that. And I would say that we have to ask it to lead us to achieve the loftiest goal of human life, which is merging with truth. We seek nothing else on this New Year day, Guruji. I request Guruji to bless us.
Friends, the human life has to be celebrated always on this earth. ಕೊಂಡಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ. The most evolved is always bound in duality. most evolved human. The human life is most evolved, and that is always bound in duality. ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ದ್ವಂದ್ವದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಕೊಳ್ತದೆ. ಒಂದು ನಾಯಿ ಆಗೋ, ಬೆಟ್ಟ ಆಗೋ, ಮರವಾಗೋ, otherwise as a ocean if you are taking birth. You have only one duty to perform, and you can't negate it, you can't surpass it, you can't come over it. You have to live as that and wait for evolution. But human life has many benefits. Even though each of the creation represents the Panchabhutas, the five elements, human mind surpasses those. ಪ್ರತಿ ಒಂದು ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ ಕೂಡ ಪಂಚಭೂತಗಳಿಂದ ಕೂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಕೂಡ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಜನ್ಮ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅದನ್ನು ದಾಟಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಯನ್ನು ಒಳಗೊಂಡಿದೆ. It can recognize what is good, what is bad, what is God, and what is world. Whereas no other creature in the creation can identify. So this life is great. And with great blessings, man is born with limbs intact. Limbs intact ಅಂದರೆ ಬಾಡಿಯ ಒಂದು ದೇಹದ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಉಪಕರಣಗಳು, ದೇಹದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೈ ಕಾಲು ಅದಿದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ. So it's a great blessing. And each has to work for evolution, not for going down in the lower planes. From here where, so in the introduction he was telling, merging with the truth, maybe, or it can be the only final answer. Many people don't believe in God, and they don't believe in themselves. No one believes in themselves first. So they, in spite of people telling that these people will be all right, still their own doubts create a lot of vibrations which hurt them. So first, leave alone God. Man has not even believed himself. So this is a great misunderstanding in the mental frame of man. Suppose you can move your hand freely. Suppose 5 people tell that why your hand has become numb. Then you may not try to move your hand. You can't also. Because many people have put in that and you are believing that you can't move your hand. So what is important in this world is I can. And towards God, I can't. You do. The world is now different. God, I can do this to you, do that to you, as if these people can do that. And I can't do, you do for me. That should be the idea. We have given Sangeeta Saraswati Award to Dakshinamurthy, one of the music directors who is 90 plus now. He says one word, I know that I know nothing. And whichever song in Hindustani, this, that, anyone tries to sing, he exactly reciprocates it with a beautiful same raga in Carnatic or any other music. And that person who tries to show him different sets of ragas always become flabbergasted. What is this? Such. And still when he asks, no, I don't know, I was not prepared. You have started, and there was a reflection, he says. Then what do you know? I am ಶುದ್ಧವಾಗಿ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು ಅಂತ. ಶುದ್ಧ ಅಂದರೆ ಕ್ಲೀನ್. ಶುದ್ಧ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಯೂರ್. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಪ್ಯೂರ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲೀನ್. As if it is empty, as if it is pure, as if it is clean, he feels. Then when everyone asks, from where the music comes? You are very embodiment of music, now we feel. Then from where the music comes? If someone asks, Then he asks someone to put his hand here. See, this is the music created by God, nothing else. Lap, dap, lap, dap. ಹೃದಯವನ್ನು ಮುಟ್ಟಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದೇ ನಾದ ಸರಸ್ವತಿ, ಅದೇ ಲಬ್ಡಪ್, ಅದೇ ಹೃದಯ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಅದು ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗೋ ತನಕ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಬಾಯಿಂದ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಮೆಸೇಜ್. ಇಟ್ಸ್ human, all people have to know that it's just the sound which makes them active. ನಮ್ಮ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಈ ಲಬ್ಡಪ್ ಇದ್ದನೇ ಅಸಾಧ್ಯ. So, but man confuses his identity with himself, his identity with the world, his identity with God, his identity, his desires, etc. He should flow like Ganga. All his kriyas, all his activities should be supported by Bhakti or surrender. Bhakti means don't become holy. What I say is mentally surrender. Heartily become holy, surrender. Nowadays even bhajans have become a mockery. Just like opera or a symphony or any other Western music, where they sing. Nowadays, Nandalala, Nandalala, they are singing, smiling and all. I don't know what is wrong in that, but it's making mockery of God's name. It's not joyous singing, it's a mockery of God's name. Even if you recite God's name, it should be full of power. Once again, I can't go without mentioning the name of Dakshinamurti. When he sings, you will find that it's full of bhava. He himself says, Deva di Deva. That should be. All other musicians sing, Deva di Deva. Just for galleries they are playing. It should not be. Where is the power? Deva di Deva you are singing, and it should come from your heart. It should be pressed with your unison with God. So this all means that there is some affinity, some friendship which your heart needs, gives to support your system. ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಹೃದಯಗಳು ನಮಗೆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ನೀಡುತ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ದಿ ಸರೆಂಡರ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ and that leads you to merger with truth. Once you surrender, all your activities are looked after. It's not that every time you do surrender, say that I am offering this to you, I am offering this to you. It's not needed. You know that you have surrendered. It's lifelong, it's not temporary. It should be like Ganga. Ganga is the most powerful and eternal and ethereal and divine water on this land. It's also called Bhagirathi. It has come from divinity. But if you read the Puranas, it will say that from Vishnu's pada, Ganga flows. Vishnu is the representative of protection, Bhakti, and he is the representative of the power of surrender of humanity. From there, the Ganges goes to the hand of Brahma on its way. So once you surrender, the Brahma's hand is ever creative. It has to create, go on creating. So all your kriyashilate, all your activities, all your kriyas, work becomes holy because you have surrendered to the feet. From there it travels to the head, where it enters into the head of Lord Shiva. That is the laya. So the man's only duty is this much. Can he? No, I like this. God may not like this. Okay, can he surrender? No, every second he is trying to be away from this thought of surrender, but he should not. I am not talking about our friends, but generally in the world. So once anyone gets this idea of surrender, then his life is run by the Supreme. So he need not learn Puranas, Vedanta, Veda, nothing. You all know the story of Ahalya, Gautam and all. How did Ahalya Shapa Vimochana take place? Ahalya became what? Ahalya was given Shapa because of?
Because she has gone to take bath or something. Some Indra had, resting in her husband's farm or something.
And Ahalya became? Stone. But what did she have?
What did she?
Have as the stone? Eyes. So the eyes which turn to indhriyas. Indra is always is requiring a transformation. So that those eyes are intact, the mind has become a stone because it is attached to indriyas. And when it sees the most powerful power on this earth walking, the eyes recognizes and God turns, finished. The transformation takes place. Understand this. This is the simplest way of experiencing merger with truth. So you need not learn many things to travel towards truth. So simple to still your mind, it is so simple to be silent. The rest is only power of this land, Bharat. You need not search for superpower, developed nations. The Bharat is the best, will be the best. But a small portion of nature's anxious moments were experienced last year. A very small portion. But that is just something like a drop. It's not Vikopa. Nature was anxious why people are like this. It was just a drop of those anxious moments of nature. But whether it extends or not, it's not our problem. ಇನ್ನೂ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೋ ನಾವು ಫ್ಯೂಚರಲ್ಲಿ. These are all nature and its play on this earth. But are we, is everyone moving towards the truth? That will be the test. Rather, that is the only possibility. No one will question any other thing. The nature will not question any other thing. But will everyone move towards truth? This new year, let the people's mind be filled with service-oriented thoughts. Each of your sharing reciprocates as bounties. But you need not expect it, it comes. This many people have noticed here also. So those who hold, they are the most lobies, misers. The blood, water, vidya, power, money, everything should flow. That comes back as fresh blood, fresh water, fresh knowledge, and also fresh sampat, fresh money. Suppose you are taking 100 shirts and keeping in your bureau. After 6 months, if you take the shirt, this and that back will be pressed. You understand what is the use of keeping 100 shirts? You can't even, as if it is made out of ganjia. You have to make an effort to open it and put your hands inside. At that time we don't know how fat you will be or how lean you will be, where it will fit in. So this is what I call lobhatana, miserliness. So new things will come. The newest of shirts, newest of whatever you have not saved, that will come to you at the particular moment. And then a little discipline is needed. Without discipline, there is no life. Then mental and physical chastity, shilate. Then these three are very compulsory. Character is very much needed. Character is very much needed. These are the real properties man will own. Don't worry about this year. Even though there may be small things happening up to June for this year, it will not come in your way or in our ways. Unless we are afraid, we fear and wantonly we react to it, nothing will happen to us. The year is supported by Maya. So once again illusion will take over this world. It also will be the year of prosperity. Even astrologically it is born in a Prathama day and the number was 2006. Even though Indians are not concerned about this English New Year's Day, but numerologically it is 8. Because it is born on a Prathama day, Prathama Vandhana, Gauri Nandana, Ganesha has to be worshipped throughout the year. Or is ritualistic. Otherwise Ganesha Tattva is enough for mental understanding of Ganesha is enough. It's a different thing. But those who are ritualistic, they can go and do puja to Ganesha. That's better actually. The number 8 is also Saturn's number. Sanigrahada Anka. So that means that the metals like gold and silver will reach unsurpassed prices. ಇದುವರೆಗೆ ನೋಡದೇ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಬೆಲೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಬಹುದು. So these are all just minor tips what the world is going to face. But the underlying spirit is Maya has to be removed by Maya. ಮಾಯೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಯೆಯಿಂದನೇ ತೆಗಿಬೇಕು. So if you are more alert and if all your wishes are for moving towards the truth, that is the best way to celebrate this year. get rid of sins, be service minded, let your heart surrender. Anything else you want to ask? Any questions? Anything?
Guruji, do not apply your mind. Is it possible in a practical way?
That's why once you know that you are surrendered, you know it. Then you will see that all your activities are supported by you. You know it, that's how it is. As I know my name, consciously, or unconsciously, or subconsciously. Everyone knows his names, his own name. Or he's a male, female. Very, very difficult to express this. How do you know? How will I say that? How will I know my name? So similarly, surrender is something which can't be explained, but they know. But once the question comes whether I have surrendered, then we have to once again put our mind and say, where and what to surrender, what is this? That's why I told, when everything is finished, it's only sang which takes over human mind and he just relaxes. Similarly, if your mind can jump with joy, does it? I don't know. But each one knows. More God knows, I think. Yes, mind always tries to negate, even if there is a surrender. As I put it, even Ramana Maharshi has to be told that this is the state of Brahmajnana by someone else. Otherwise, there may be a clash. But God knows, no need to tell, but you will see the hands of God moving for you. All unexpected turns, all unexpected things will happen for the good. So I told, never in life think that there is a tension, there is a moment of frustration. It can't be, it cannot be. That's why I told also, I can. If that mantra has come, then there is nothing which can't be won over. You will win over everything. That is for the world. The problem is the regions of God we should not interrupt. That is the usual human mind has this problem. Previously, mentally, everyone was allowed desire, dream, etc. But now space. Can we enter into Mars? Can we do this? Shall we construct a home in moon? Living this life. In case Earth goes into problems, then can we settle down there? Then some other report will come. There is not enough water in Mars, enough this thing in here. So, why I am saying this is that is more dangerous. Space dreaming. In order to find out their inner space or inner peace, many even Maharshis have spoiled their lives by taking lahari vastus. What do you mean by lahari? Drugs. So like that, in the outer space also, suppose we want, it's very dangerous to dream, the endless dreaming. In the name of, you can name it as science, technology, etc., but it's not a very good move to dream about all this. This much is enough for nature to interrupt all this. That much time is too much. So more we should not play with those kinds of things. Why I am saying this is it's what is now, world is full of all these ideas. That has to be restricted. Space dreaming is not the way. If you see ordinary man, he will only desire and dream, and he will try to achieve a few things. A small Gramavasi may try to go to Vandhana. But to those who wanted to explore space in the inner world, they started. They will be in that for a few days, then come back once again to go back to that. So it's just a small thing. But still, that's where the nature is interrupted with little disturbing waves by these explorations. It's another topic. It's not surrender. But God loves you, God is compassionate. So, it never comes in the way unless we question and we become distant. From his angle, he is never distant. He can't be. Any other?
Something about Brahma
No, it is a recorded history. We don't know about all this. Someone else came and explained about. When he explained about Brahmajnana, then Ramana Maharshi told that, yes, this is the state I am in. Then only he could be firm in the conviction that he is in the state of Brahmajnana. That's a recorded history. But for the surrendered people, even that is not needed. You need not expect some God to come and tell that, Yes, you have surrendered. Out of the context, I will tell you once again about where we started, with whom we started. Krishnamurti, the musician. His guru was a little, maybe in the last days, maybe. Guru used to take that Hogesopu article, Hogaile, tobacco. So, Dakshinamurti went with his plate full of betel leaves, supari, and what you call this tobacco, few fruits. He wanted to grab everything from God, from his Guru. He wanted to know all that. Then he wanted to offer this, and he did namana, surrender, Father Namaskar, and he said, what for you come? No, the Saptaswaram, Sari, Gama, the Saptaswaram. Huh? He asked the Guru. His eyes was more dirka, looking at the disciple. Then that Saptaswaram, and immediately the Guru told, Sa. Then he touched his head and told, Ella vandachira poda. That moment I experienced complete silence. There is no swara anywhere, he told. Only if there is a note or sound, then we can think that, oh, sa is like this, pa is like this. I am not discouraging the music lovers here. But what it means to be identification of God with music, something like that. 2 times I experienced a silence, he says. In Bombay, he was in a big hall delivering a concert. A lot of people were there, important people and all those things. His Guru was standing somewhere. He was not knowing that his Guru was standing. Then after the concert, a lot of important people, usually they gather around the musicians. Then he identified that his Guru was standing as one of the audience somewhere there. He left everything and ran. And the other people started telling, why did you go? That man was also not, he could not be recognized as anyone important there. Why do you go to that person? Then Dakshinamurti told, yes, he is my Guru. Oh, you Guru. Okay. Only these people left. Then he did Namaskar. And then it seems, he says, Guru has listened to my music, whatever I have delivered, whatever I have sung there. So then, when I got up, then he saw me with very powerful eyes and touched my forehead. The silence engulfed. That doesn't mean that he won't sing, he can't use swaras. That's all have play. It answers many questions. What is silence? What is surrender? What is the power which can't be explained? It was easy for you, or everything is easy? What is the time? What is the time? So I want interaction with. What are the things we discussed one by one? How we started and what?
One of the things we discussed was what should be the properties of characteristics of people to behave. Three things Guruji said that character, charity and discipline.
Charity, no? Chastity.
Chastity.
Chastity, discipline and?
Something you said about donation also. That's
service oriented, service minded.
Service.
For this year. It will change next year. What are the three things? Discipline,
Service,
chastity,
discipline, chastity.
and service minded. This only applies for this year. Then what else you remember? Maya. What is Maya? Year of illusion.
This year is of illusion, and illusion has to be won by illusion only.
Beautiful.
That is one thing. And second thing, this one was, since the year total is 2006, 8 belongs to Shani. So anything related to metal, the prices will shoot up.
In the price? All metals illa.
Only gold and silver. Gold and silver.
Only those two will. Unprecedented prices will go.
Here, the total dedication, focus should be towards surrender actually to the cosmos and the God, whoever you belong. And that should happen in a trice. You need not know that you have surrendered or not. Once you surrender, you will know that you have surrendered. That is what you told. And that's a wonderful feeling actually. You talked about silence experienced by Dakshinamurti. They are all the forms of surrender, like you just surrender, you have to just feel that silence, that particular moment. You are in that particular moment, you will know that it is actually surrender. After that, you can just forget about yourself. You are in that, wave of grace of God and cosmos and all that.
Well, with surrender and silence, you can work.
Yes.
You can think, you can execute.
Actually, you need not do anything.
It's done.
That's a wonderful feeling. Like once you feel that you are surrendered, that price, that just second of a moment, it's enough for you. It is just you have just finished your living in this earth. That's a wonderful feeling. After that, it is just that auto mode. Somebody, I don't know how do you explain. Something will happen, and then something has to happen. Somebody will come and then do it. You don't have to do anything. It is just that you are existing and you are not existing, kind of it.
But suppose someone lives in Yeluru.
Yeah.
He wants to see the angels. Prophet angel? What? Los Angeles.
So Los Angeles, maybe.
Los Angeles. How with surrender he will go?
This I can explain to you about my niece who was in California.
Okay.
I think her daughter had a scratch on her eye, near her eye, a stone kind of a thing. The surrender, the faith and the dedication with which they prayed to you, and then, something like a spark has come and then just clean that wound, not even a scratch on the forehead kind of a thing. That can do wonders. The surrender is something that, you just absolve yourself, you're no more there actually. You're almost, you're with God and things like that. Then nothing will happen. Everything, wherever you are, you are there. You have to experience that kind of a feeling to be true actually. I have experienced it. I'm really enjoying that particular moment of my life.
Nothing can shake. Nothing can shake. That's true. Savarish was telling something. I wanted to hear here.
Guruji, we missed out that point about Ganga. about the purity of the water of the Ganges. It's supposed to be the most purest water that can be found on land, and how it first flows from the pada of Vishnu,
Beautiful.
the hand
That is
of
the missing
Brahma,
point.
and then through the head of Shiva.
Where it starts?
Starts from the pada of Vishnu, according to the Puranas, and then it goes through the
Flows
hand
into
of
the-
Brahma to the hand of Brahma. So Brahma is supposed to be the creator and symbolizes creativity, and Vishnu symbolizes everything about protection and bhakti and devotion, and finally it enters the head of Shiva, which is ultimate laya.
Beautiful. With that we can move. Any other program? Anything? Ahalya, beautiful. Huh?
Ahalya story tells about indhriyas, means Ahalya turning towards Indra, that is one's eyes turning to indhriyas. Once that happens, then the mind becomes solid. Like mind, we have to get into the state of no mind, and then only eyes will be there without any processing. And at that time, the eyes will get the purity of identifying feet of Lord. Then once Lord's feet touch, then she becomes normal. She reaches the ultimate.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Very nice. You have covered everything, right? You have covered all the points. Vinayaka will be. Ritualistic people should worship. Ganesha's worship.
Those who know the tattva of Ganesha, I mean, that is the highest form of embracing the God, and that is better than.
Om Purnamada